Failure as feedback. Failure is not the end, it's guidance. Let's talk about a word that has stopped more dreams than almost anything else. Failure. Most people see failure as the end of the road. They believe that failing means they're not good enough, not smart enough, not capable enough. And when they hit that wall, they stop. But wealthy people, people who consistently create opportunities, wealth, and success, see failure differently. They don't see failure as the opposite of success. They see it as part of the path to success. Every successful entrepreneur, every investor, every leader you admire, they've all failed. In fact, they've probably failed more times than most people have even tried. The difference is not the failure itself. It's the interpretation of the failure. Think about this. Every time you've stumbled in your financial journey, whether it was overspending, losing money, missing an opportunity, the failure wasn't the end. It was simply data, feedback, information about what didn't work. Failure is a teacher, and if you let it guide you, it can become one of your most powerful allies. Failure, learning, reframe. I failed, I learned. When you say, I failed, your subconscious shuts the door. It stamps the experience as over, final, done. But when you say, I learned, that door stays open. The event is no longer a dead end. It becomes a stepping stone. The question is no longer why me, but what can this teach me? Think about how different your financial journey could feel if every setback was simply a learning step. You overspent? Lesson. You need a new system for awareness and tracking. You missed an opportunity? Lesson. Fear is still influencing you, and it's time to build confidence. You made a bad investment. Lesson. More research, patience, or guidance was required. This small reframe, from failure to feedback, from dead end to direction, keeps you moving forward. It keeps you learning. It keeps you growing. And most importantly, it keeps you in the game. Edison's example. 1,000 attempts equals 1 light bulb. Let me share one of the most famous examples of this principle. Thomas Edison, the inventor of the light bulb, is often quoted as saying, "I didn't fail 1,000 times. I discovered 1,000 ways that didn't work." Imagine that. 1,000 attempts. 1,000 so-called failures. Most people would have given up after 5, or 10, or 100. But Edison didn't interpret those attempts as failures. He saw them as data points. Each one brought him closer to the solution. And because he held that mindset, because he kept reframing failure as feedback, he eventually succeeded, creating one of the most important inventions in history. What if you treated your financial life the same way? What if every setback, the job you didn't get, the investment that didn't pay off, the opportunity you hesitated on, was not proof of your inadequacy, but proof that you're in the process of discovery? That mindset alone could change how you approach wealth forever. Rewrite your setback. What did it teach you? Now it's time for you to practice. Think back to your last financial setback. Maybe it was a poor investment. Maybe you overspent. Maybe you froze when an opportunity showed up. Instead of labeling it as a failure, I want you to rewrite the story. Ask yourself, what did this teach me? Did it show me where I need more education? Did it reveal an old fear that still needs reprogramming? Did it teach me resilience? Write the lesson down in your workbook. Start with the words, "My setback taught me." Take your time. Be honest. Don't judge yourself, because here's the truth. This one simple exercise turns mistakes into momentum. It transforms failure into forward progress, and it rewires your subconscious to see setbacks not as shameful endings, but as stepping stones toward wealth. Remember this. Every successful person you admire has stood exactly where you stand now. They too have stumbled, fallen, and felt doubt. The difference is, they learned. And so can you.